Hello, hi, be brave, get started. Okay, here we are. Man, I'm very nervous to do this video, but mostly because I'm nervous I'm gonna jinx it, or just jinx the whole tank and setup itself, but then that come anyways. That's Welcome to my tepuy. This tepuy I have recreated to the best of my abilities with the most natural plants I have access to. Um, Again, there are tepuy orchids, but I have an orchid in the bottom right corner you'll see, and that's just to represent the species. Um, Also, I have a Highland Drosera in here, and that's also just to represent the species, that just to prove that it does exist, and I had to find the closest replicas that would live in the same temperature ranges, essentially. Aside from that, and the sphagnum moss, obviously, sorry, excuse me, but just to be certain, the sphagnum moss, and then what I believe is club moss right there. I have a little more in the bottom left corner. I just plant the cuttings there. And then, you know, most of the mosses and other stuff, obviously. They it's very hard to actually represent a tepuy. And then if you really want to get into it, like I'd have to find rocks from that location, and it's incredibly hard to replicate an actual natural tepuy, so I kind of gave up, and I'm just on the 100% completionist mode version of replicating, and just kind of accepted I'm going to do the best I can and try and represent the species that exist up there. And then, if the opportunity arises in the future, I will, try and get them, obviously. But, a little, one thing at a time. All right. What we are looking at, let's come down a little. Oh, excuse the duckweed. Oh god, can you see? Yeah, we can, kind of. Okay. You might have to zoom, pause and zoom, but this is what we're looking at right now. Oh, the lighting is terrible. I did not plan this very well. Okay. This is what we're looking at. If you can pause and zoom, I made a list. Whoa, Jesus, come on, chill out. Sorry. I made a list, if you can't tell from my list that I just showed you. I'm not nervous, dude. I'm so nervous. This is a map, a tepuy map, essentially. It's not up to date 100%. If you have Disney Plus, watch The Last Tepuy. It has Alex Hummel. He's the guy who did Free Solo. He's an incredible monster of a man. He's incredible. From a climber's perspective, he's a monster. He really is, and just pound for pound. But cause I always think about, like, man, I wish he could learn jujitsu. I bet he'd be a fucking chimp. But anyways. This is a map of the tepuys. So, Chimenta Massif makes up of multiple actual tepuys, if you're not aware. But, oh, sorry, in the last tepuy, it's located down here in this area, so a little more south. It's also hard to pinpoint where it is on this map, but I've tried. But just so you know, these are plateaus in South America. You can look them up. Sorry, just Angel Falls up here, the tallest waterfall on Earth. It's where the movie Up is based off of this tepuy right here, for the record. So there is a good bit, not a good bit, but there's some research or some easy information, I'll say, available as far regarding tepuys. But then also it's very niche. I've been really into the bugs on the tepuis lately, just because cold weather bugs fascinate me, mostly because they're terrifying. I think because it's the cold is the one thing I believe would stop most bugs, but it's like, nah, dude, you're never safe. No, but my tepuy. Um, I will say the Utricularia quelchii that I have a few different clones of it. Oh man, I bet anything you can probably hear that. Jesus. Um, it's also hard to find time to film sometimes, but you know, you get better as it goes on. Um, this tank is one of my biggest stresses right now, but also there's a part of me that's like, man, I'm getting picture jumps and all the, like, this guy's new. This guy's new. Back right corner new. I'm happy he's putting off even that new picture. I got him for free, actually. This is a Shymentensis right back here, and that guy's new. Everyone else I've had for quite some time, and I feel like you can tell the difference. Take it back. Sorry, this guy is also new right here, the Perperensis. I'm very excited for that guy. I was happy I was even able to get a small version. We'll come in close in a minute. I'm just, the stable camera angles are pretty nice. I don't know, I'm just kind of rambling right now about tepuis and, this tank. It's hard to find tepuis. I've been watching on Green Jaws. It's a German channel, but he's done some like home tours with some guys. I believe it's like Hans Zimmer or something. Oh god, I'm sorry, I need to rewatch it to get his name right, but it don't. Whatever. Anyways, he some really good indoor tepuy focused setups they're very hard to find. They really are. And it's like I've been going out of my way to try and, find as many, hold on, we're moving. This is my my lower land section, I guess you could say. Just a quick glimpse. And Giuseppe. My cephalotus to the left. He's actually doing really good, so I'm excited. But we're not here to talk about cephalotus. That'll be another video. But yeah, I really do enjoy this tank, and it's just part of me is still worried that even just doing this video, I'm gonna jinx it. But if I jinx it, at least we'll learn something together. But it has been doing good. This tank. This guy, the Ionasai right here, he's a new guy also, I forgot to mention. But for the most part, everyone's doing really good. So I just replanted all the sphagnum moss in this because it gets a little overwhelmed. I like growing my Heelys with sphagnum moss, but I can also understand people who don't. Here, let's zoom out 0.6, see how that looks. Boom. Okay, nice. Well, yeah, it's one of my favorite tanks, though. Like, and again, eventually I'll get a better camera, and we'll, that'll be able to pick up, like, the sunset effect that happens, in the evening. But Heliamphora is my tepuy, the best representation of a tepuy that I could replicate. I'm trying. It's hard. Again, if I wanted to grow something harder, I'd grow coral. I feel like it's the only thing more difficult, but yeah, this is the second sunset, and everyone's been putting off multiple heads. The only guy I'm worried about is this new Shimentensis right there. But have faith, be patient. Heelys, they're brittle yet tough. So I've had good success so far. Obviously, I need to trim some dead pitchers, but this guy, this Ensenada, he's really been trying. He's one of the guys I've had the longest, actually, so I always worry about him the most, but everyone else doing pretty good. It's a lot of sphagnum moss that I trim pretty regularly. I like to have it again. I think to me it's like it serves for a good canary, as long as you have a breed of sphagnum moss, because there are multiple kinds, and not all sphagnum moss are like actually cold hardy. They'll survive the cold. They're cold tolerant, but not cold hardy, I guess. So, like, it'd be more vague, dude. But yeah, just a quick Healy video. I think they're awesome. They're one of my favorite plants. I worry about them constantly. I think that they are so underrated that it's criminal as far as plants. Just let's see if I can get the hairs. You see the downward facing hairs? They're so cool, dude. And then they have like different hairs, and some of them have no hair. Oh man, it's cool. So I'm excited. It's just because some of them, like this guy, sorry, he reminds me of like a jaguar tongue or something, They're cool as hell. So yeah, just showing off some of my Heelys. They're underrated. So if you have Heelys or any care, please comment your how you're keeping them. Temperature, humidity, everything. I didn't mention that on purpose for this video, just because if I focus too much on it, it'll stress me out, and then I end up doing too much. So it's stressful, but yeah, this is welcome to the second sunset. It's one of my favorite tanks, so I am excited to share, going forward. I have 3 different varieties of Quelchii utricularia: Doug D., Christian Klein, and Jeff Wong. I have multiple, so I'm very excited to see what does best where. This is it's an expensive test, essentially, but an important one, and the purity of the tepuy is important to me. So eventually I would like to You're never safe. Anyways, sorry. Eventually I would like to there's a golden variety that's from the tepuys, the tops of some, I forget the exact tepuy it's from, but it's essentially it's gold sphagnum moss, and it's cold tolerant, so it's just really rare. But yeah, this is my tepuy. I will see y'all when I see you. Bye.